This stream/video contains severe acts of violence, gore, sexual situations, nudity, and many D&D related moments of goofiness. Viewer discretion is advised. I didn't mean to run the Baldur's Gate thing. That was okay. Oops. My bad. That'll be funny for the video later, and for the podcast. But anyways, that's for anybody that doesn't know that that viewer warning is for Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. So you know that's primarily for Twitch and YouTube. But either way, hello everybody. Welcome back to Time to Role's Campaign 1. This is episode 53. A lot going on today, so I apologize if you hear dogs barking or things going on. Computer's upgraded, so everything should be working fine. And hopefully we'll be able to really get into some cool D&D stuff. Anyways, just same old announcements. We are doing a full playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3 over here on the Twitch, the Time to Roll Twitch channel, as well as Magic Martha's Twitch channel. !Magic should pull up his stream. So if you want to go follow him, and if you want to drop a follow here, which I believe it does, there you go. Go follow him. He, for the other side, or I guess point of view, for our Baldur's Gate playthrough. The Baldur's Gate playthrough is with me, Magic, Mousy, and King. So go check that out. Other than that, podcasts on every platform per usual. And there's not really much to say about that anymore. I just figure I mention it every time, so might as well continue mentioning it. But other than that, let's hop right into it. We are missing Bingo for now and Todd for now. Todd is just getting home from a long day at work, so he's relaxing and taking a shower and stuff, and he should be in. And Bingo is dehydrated, apparently, so he's kind of tired. So, but we have everybody else here, so it should be fun. All right, let's just hop right into it. I really hope they're not doing something stupid. Why does it always immediately go to this? I need you to go to the right monitor. Thank you. I don't know why it always resets itself, but hello, friends.
Hello, Dungeon Daddy.
Hello, Father.
I have new Ring of Power dice to roll.
Nat 1.
Zane, what's your AC?
20. You won't hit it anyway.
Well, these guys might. But anyways, a little bit of a recap, and then we can hop right into it.
Where's your camera, Zach?
Where is my camera? That's a good question.
I can't play D&D without seeing my dungeon guide.
Hold on, yeah, let's.
He's apparently on vacation.
Guess so. I don't know where that went. Hold on.
Yeah, I've got to be properly hard if I'm gonna play.
Stop. What's wrong with you? There I am in all my glory. There we go. Hold on, let me.
I just see your forehead.
Yep. Let me shrink it down a little bit, and there we go.
Oh, we don't want any shrinkage, okay?
Yeah, no shrinkage.
Yeah, we want full length.
No shrinkflation.
What is this shrinkage? Bidenomics?
I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna leave. Never.
Where? On a jet plane?
That song used to make me cry. I don't know why as a kid.
Do you know?
Big old jet airliner.
Okay, a little bit of a recap, and then we'll get into it. After wandering your way through the Rannia Trench, stopping briefly in the barrier city of Ammriel, all of you crawled through a subterranean area filled with demons and other creatures, expertly avoiding certain combat along the way. sometimes with the help of Alan, as well as just the fairly well used expertise, like combined expertise of the group, being able to make your way through the subterranean area and making your way through the forgotten city of Elar. Eventually coming upon a devil that took a great interest in Zane, trying to kidnap him and take him back to the Hells. With that avoided, you made a devil friend, and went on your way farther into the trench. After spending the night on a cliffside, Weaver noticed a rumbling in the sand at night that was large and tube-like. Eventually making your way, only telling Mousy, or not Mousy, well, Mousy, but Elka,
Rabbity.
Rabbity girl, but telling Elka about this and continuing traveling on. After a few mishaps on your dune bounders, Zane and Thaddeus were launched down into a pit, an oasis-like pit in the middle of the desert, where you were immediately attacked by a group of sandworms, these large purple worm-like creatures that caused some trouble for all of you, specifically Ori. And after evading getting eaten a few times, you were eventually able to defeat the monsters. As you went to start a rest, arrows hailed down from the heavens, striking multiples of your crew. Everybody except for Zane and Thaddeus. Thaddeus because he was invisible, and Zane because, well, Zane's lucky, I guess. I also rolled a nat 1. So, on you. So that didn't hit you. But, anyways, that's where we left off. You heard a voice echo out through the pit. Who are you? What do you want? What are you doing in our sanctuary? And that is where we left off. You look around, trying to scope in on any figures, looking where the voices came from. I'm going to need... we'll go with... I'll roll for Vivra, but I'll need Zane. We'll go with Zane and Elka and Vivra on the perception checks.
Good. That's a modifier. Perception 18.
7, 18. Weaver rolled. What did he roll on the dice? So 16 plus. What is his boost to perception now? Plus 9, right? Yeah, plus 9. Zane and Elka, unfortunately, you are working on getting the few arrows that are stuck in your shoulder.
Me?
No, Elka.
Okay.
As you're trying to look around, gritting your teeth, pulling arrows out, it's hard for you to see the quickly approaching group in the shadows. However, Zane and Vivra in his just barely in his eagle form. I forgot Vivra was an eagle right now, which is a +4. So yeah, that works. You're just barely able to see silhouettes running along the walls, and sticking to the shadows and crawling up underneath the subterranean area of this pit, which doesn't go very far in. And eventually you are able to see a familiar look, or familiar. You've seen these type of people before, and you see a group of probably 8 or 9 of them, all approaching, bows in hand, some of them with staffs in hand. And what you see is... Roll 20. I need you to just cooperate for one goddamn second. What you see is a group of Gith approaching rapidly, all riding what seem to be these lizard-like creatures. You've seen basilisks before, but they're not basilisks. They're like these long, elongated, 4-legged lizard creatures. And one of them approaches you rapidly, Zane, on one of these lizard creatures, and object, jeez. And he rides up, long, sharp, pointy brown hair, greenish yellow skin. He has like almost like a Fu Manchu going on right now. And he looks at you. You've taken down one of the worms. I see you're capable. Who are you?
Indeed. My name is Zane Rona of Ebrax.
Ebrax. Never heard of it. What are you doing in our lands? Not many.
We're just passing through, really.
Not many other creatures pass through here other than, well, the ones you just dealt with. Passing through.
Yes.
Are you clearly you're unaware that you stumbled upon one of our sanctuaries?
Indeed. I do apologize for intruding.
Well, unfortunately, once you know location of a Gith sanctuary, those who are not of the Gith heritage must die.
To be fair, honestly, I don't think I could even find my way back here if I tried.
Make a persuasion check.
$21.
You all watch Ori just start, while this conversation is going on, just ripping teeth out. Roll strength check for me, Ori.
Good. Could make a necklace. Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Roll a d6 for me.
No problem.
This is how many you can rip out before they start. Before
4? That ain't bad.
you're able to rip out 4 teeth before you've does a I assume a 26 hits you.
Yeah.
A dart, no bigger than the length of your fingernail, hits your hand, and make a Constitution saving throw.
Uh, 27.
27. You're able to shirk off the poison that is now coursing through your veins. It doesn't affect you as much as now revealing themselves from the shadows. Oh, I forgot to put them on the board. Damn, look at me go. Approaching from the shadows is a... Where are you? Another Gith soldier. What seems like he has a blow dart in his hand, and he just kind of grimaces at you. The current one that walks up to you, Zane, and he like puts up his hand in like flat hands it out and like almost like a halt position.
Did I do something wrong?
I'm inclined to believe that you didn't intend to come here, but traditions are traditions. However, I suppose we could show you to the city.
The city?
Yes. The city, well, we have different names for it, but it's most commonly known as Rann, the hidden city.
Oh,
We Gith tend to stay out. At least our tribe does. Only going in when supplies absolutely dire. But we do have a cordial relationship with the citizens of that city. You've proven all of yourselves to be at least semi-acceptable warriors. And that's something that us Gith don't take lightly. Wait here. And you'll see him turn around on his lizard and run back and seem to talk to a central figure. She's riding on a much larger lizard-like creature, and hers is, instead of being the standard sand brown and black coloration, hers is very vibrant. You see colors of teal and red on this lizard, and you see, now that you look closer, all of you do see almost like a hood, almost like a mane of a frilled mane coming off of just the one that she has. And as he approaches and you see him talking, do any of you understand Abyssal?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
You hear similar speakings to that of the demons that you had once fought. You'll see him turn around. Our leader has stated that you will be granted free passage to Rann. However, we will not be guiding you. Weasels. We caught them just down the desert, just a little bit away. We were gonna harvest them for food, but seeing them having saddles and realizing the commotion coming on, we've decided to be gracious enough to let you have them back.
I appreciate you saving our weasel.
You there, Minotaur man.
Or is going to turn around after slowly going for another tooth. Yeah.
You may harvest your kill. However, the other two up top are ours, in exchange for us letting you go.
Can you roll a persuasion check
Yeah.
for me?
That's a 19 plus. What's this one's base persuasion? Oh wow, it's a 30.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. Plus 11 to persuasion.
Or he's gonna he'll shrug and say, "Fine by me."
You'll hear him just go and blow a whistle, and all of a sudden you'll see all of their lizard-like creatures crawl up the side of the canyon and make their way up here. Zane, you'll hear in your mind, "We apologize for the use of force, but traditions are traditions."
I'll just give a light nod.
During all this, can I be kind of going around toward the side of the canyon where it's accessible?
To get down?
Yeah, like up
It's-
here in the northeast.
It's the northeast, dude. That's well,
Is that also a drop?
I'll cut you.
it is a 90-degree drop, but it is down a sandbank. It is not a sheer rock cliff drop. So
Or,
you could
or he holds out his arms.
you could if you roll a high enough acrobatics check, then I would let you slide down the 90-degree vertical sandbank because you're beep.
Fuck, I'm gonna do that.
All right, roll an acrobatics check for me.
Can Ori assist with
Yeah, could Ori come over to that area and
You wouldn't
like
get
sort of catching him if he falls?
You could prevent damage, but you can't give him advantage.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
If
fine.
that makes sense.
Where's he at?
He's over
top right.
top right side.
Ugh.
Arya, you see
Am I doing acrobatics or
acrobatics check, yeah.
21?
Well, the DC was 25 for you to not take damage. because
Okay.
it's almost 150-foot drop. However, with Ori down there, you do take less damage. So instead of me rolling 4d6, it's 3d6.
Okay.
You take I rolled a 2, a 1, and a 4. So you take 7 points.
Oh no.
Of
I'm
bludgeoning
dead.
damage. Are you really?
No.
I was gonna say I know you got fucking shot. So like, I don't know.
Ori is now Princess carrying you.
Princess Carrie the cat.
Yeah, or you don't even notice the arrow sticking in your back.
Hey Zach,
What's up?
where is the the new website or the new game posted? And I couldn't find it. In
It's in Roll20 where it's always been.
no. Didn't there's a link you have clicked.
That's Nate's game. Oh, it's been at Roll20.com forever and ever and ever and ever.
Okay, I thought we.
Or Roll20.net. Sorry, Roll20.net.
All right. God damn it! That's right. I gotta use the other.
Okay. Well,
Ori's just gonna harvest this outer shell of the worm.
all right. Alan is going to realize the fact that all of you just got porcupined, except for a few of you. And he is going to, yet again, cast a Mass Cure Wounds at, we'll go with... How many spell slots does he have? You'll do it at 7th level. You'll do it at 7th level, because all of you are fucked up. Huh. 1 and 7, that's rough. So everybody heals 27 points.
Am I amongst the living?
Yes.
For now.
And
Oh, geez.
all of you heal 27 points. So, Weaver will drop his, actually... Will Weaver drop his wild shape form? Because... Yeah, I think at this point Weaver realizes that the tension is gone. And he will drop his wild shape form. And he will help you, Ori, cut open the creature and start dissecting. What's it?
What's his? Am I rolling survival? Or...
Yeah. This is +9.
Oh, it's the same.
Just
I'll
you
roll
give me a
just-
roll. Yeah, you give me a roll. It's fine.
Want me to roll advantage or?
You roll and he'll roll, just because it's such a large creature. Okay. He rolled a 25.
I also rolled a 25.
Yeah. So, in about an hour, it takes about an hour for both of you skilled to cut away the hard shelled carapace of this creature. As you take the armor off, you realize that the armor disintegrates away as it leaves the flesh. And each time it disintegrates, you do notice a slight tinge of a headache coming on. Nothing severe, but it is just kind of like there. After a while, you are able to dissect it, and you receive, if you want to keep track of this, Nate, please do.
Yeah.
You receive 150 pounds of sandworm meat. You receive two acid sacs from a sandworm. On top of the 4 teeth you've already taken, you're able to dissect all of them, which sandworms, which we'll just count real quick. Ooh. just go ahead and do something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll just say like 12 on. We'll just say you have 24 sandworm teeth. Teeth.
Okay.
You went through all that and didn't find a single slice of cheese.
Alan will look at you and smile. Well, there isn't much cheese out here in the desert, but, and he'll reach down into his bag of holding. I did bring some from home.
You know the drill. Alara's gonna go absolutely feral and start crawling up this man to grab that slice of cheese.
Yeah, before Alan can even like walk over and hand it to you, you're just like, you're like, your mouth is around his like trying to eat his entire hand. And he hands it. Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot she's such a feisty one, and he'll hand it over to you. Hopefully pacifying the feral goblin. After some time, you are able to dissect this creature, and the bones are there if you want to take them. It is a large skeletal frame. As you look at it, it's very similar to the large snake-like skeletal frame that you saw in the middle of the desert just a day ago.
I think I'll leave it.
Okay. So, after taking some time, how are all of you going to crawl out of the pit? Because it's a 150-foot drop.
I'm still up top.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna expect Weavra to go back into Eagle and fly me out of here since he's the reason I'm down here.
He has one more. Yeah, he can do it. Yeah,
Or
so
just go start climbing.
I'm gonna explain it as Beep right now because I have an idea.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have Beep like pull out a notebook from his satchel. And he's gonna start like writing on it, and he's basically gonna say like, "What if we used an explosive spell or something like Fireball on the side that's all sandy?"
Didn't
To try
they
and-
place a bunch of rope that went all the way down, Zach?
Yeah, except it got cut down when he got shot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Zach,
okay.
your camera is frozen.
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be frozen?
But
You're
basically,
giving us kisses.
Beep's idea would be to hit the side where it's sandy and have the sand kind of come in, so it's no longer a 90-degree, maybe more like a navigable 45 or something.
All right, I just want to make sure I'm getting this right. After hearing out loud that this is a sanctuary of the Gith, you intend to use a spell to destroy their part of their sanctuary.
Well, okay.
I want to be
Well,
clear here because that will.
Okay. What about this? Before I do that, can we like look around and inspect and see if there's any ways out?
I'm making a
Like natural ways.
Natural ways. I'm gonna say make a group investigation check. Alan has already turned into a giant eagle because he's a level 20 druid. He can just do it.
18.
I rolled a 15.
15.
Natural 20 for Vlebra. Let me see what Vlebra's. Well, it's a critical success. It doesn't really matter. Just let me check. Investigation is 23. Okay, 18, 15. Okay. After some time looking around, the only viable way up is to either climb or the sandbank does have some resemblance. It's just a sand wall. It does have some resemblance of what could have been footholds of people climbing up it previously, but it is weathered and it is hard. They're hard to see. So climbing it would be perilous. It could potentially result in a very long fall, and you don't have feather fall anymore.
What about the north side? Where can we see that far?
The north side is an overhanging cavern.
Well, I see 2 pillars, or look, and then like sand.
Yeah, the pillars are like the short. They're what look to be broken pillars. So just the base of them is there, and as you look underneath, they're only being held up by sand and rock. So, hence the as you look. Well, the map doesn't show everything because trying to make a map show everything is hard. You do see scattered pillars all around on the bottom, so you do see like deterioration over time.
What about the water? Like,
I'll bet that's
could I
super
go
sacred.
into the water and investigate for a cave in the water that maybe we could go through?
Yeah, go ahead. If you want to hop in and roll an investigation check, that is fine.
Okay.
If we looked around the outside for a cavern, or
It is everywhere you could see. It is the underpass of this little sanctuary. Is the farthest it goes in is maybe 15 feet, and it's just a circular, like, room that seems to be just this whole circular room with a oasis in the center of it. And
How did the Gith get out?
on their lizard people, or on their lizard creatures.
On the lizard people, we just all take Weaver out.
Yeah, sorry.
we
on
have
their
a-
lizard creatures. You have dune bounders that ran off that are currently up top side.
Or he's
Could I
gonna start
possibly
climbing.
use-
What's up?
can I use my acrobatics and climb up?
What was your question, Squirtle? I'll answer.
Can I use plant growth to grow a tree up? To get him up?
What's the range on that?
150 feet.
Yes, you could grow vines on the side of
Yeah.
the range. 150 feet, 100-foot radius. Thick and overgrown, a creature. All normal plants and a creature moving through the area must. So yeah, you could cast plant growth on like the palm trees, and it would grow rapidly to where you could where they could climb up that, but you'd still have to jump the gap. Because how plant growth works is that it uses already existing plants. It doesn't just sprout plants from the ground.
Well, I could do that, and then when they get to the top, I could toss my heaping rope over to them, and then they could crawl across it.
Okay. I mean, if you want to try that, that's certainly fine. There will be checks involved in that. A 10 investigation check. It is about a 30-foot deep oasis pond. You do feel underwater currents, but nothing that you can see even with your dark vision that shows any underwater caves.
All right. Then I'll have Beep come up then.
Alan does a drive by and grabs Elka and Alera with his talons.
Woohoo! I'm gonna do shit.
Well, send up a rope with them, and then they can tie it off and.
He drops them
Drop
off. Flies. Realizes he can't pick up Weavra. Grabs Beep because Beep's the only one he can see that he knows he can pick up. Grabs Beep.
Am I visible, or am I?
No,
still-
you're invisible. That's why he
Okay.
can grab you. He could technically grab you, but
Okay, I'm gonna take my cloak off. Hey!
and Alan will land and drop his form. I can't lift all three of you.
How many people have form?
What now?
How many can
Wild shape.
wild shape?
Uh,
And they.
Weaver can. So if Weaver could get out, no problem. That's Weaver would be like, this one can just transform, and he will.
Well, can they both carry?
With a strength check, the problem is Ori. If I'm being 100%,
Or he's just gonna start climbing.
make an athletics check.
Lawton could help with that too, though.
Weaver will also turn into a giant eagle, and we'll combined. They'll lift. Alan will lift Zane up and drop Zane on the back of Weavra. Weaver's gonna have to make a strength check because it's not about total size. It's about overall weight of equipment. And Zane, you are heavy because you're an artificer,
You're a big boy.
and you're also fairly large. Okay, that's a 2. 32 on the. Oh wow! So DC was 30. For you to just muscle your way out of this cavern, as they both, after Viva starts to try to like take off, he just can't get off the ground with you on him, because he rolled a 2 on it for a strength check, and Eagles have a +0 for their strength. So that stops. He like kind of like shuffles you off, and both of them grab you by each arm. And fly, and they're gonna attempt to fly in synchronicity to drag you out of the cave. They're gonna roll a strength check. A little bit of a faltering, and as you do fly up, Zane, with them carrying you, you see Ori just like otherworldly strength, like completely vertical, 90-degree vertical, like back to the floor, crawling up the cavern with a 32 athletics check. And eventually you do make it up. Ori, with the 32, it allows you to get up, but it does not prevent you from getting a point of exhaustion. So.
Okay.
But all of you eventually land up. Weaver's gonna stay in his form now that he.
Yeah.
Okay, but Alan's just gonna drop it because Alan can change into whatever he wants whenever he wants.
I'm glad that worked because I was gonna say, oh, I should just try to reduce his size and make him small so that they can carry him away.
That would have worked.
A little tiny little Zane. A baby.
Yeah. So, Zane, if you would have if you would have dropped your armored form, and you would have worked. But because of your armored form does add weight to strength checks. So,
That's fine.
So Vivra will stay in his bird form and fly off and attempt to find the Dunebenders. Perception check. He finds them because he's Vivra. Eventually, you do find all. Well, who are the main riders of the Dunebounders? I know Elka, Zane,
Hi, Chester.
Me.
Ori, Arya, and Beep. Is that right? That sounds right. I need all of you to roll a d20 for me.
Ten.
8.
Okay.
12.
Okay.
A D20.
No. So I need Zane, Elka, Beep. Zane, Elka, Beep, Ori, and Arya. So I'll roll a d20. 8,
11.
13. So, wow. All of you roll. So the goal is to get as close to 10 as possible with this with that roll. So all of you danced around 10. One of you hit 10. Eventually, you see Vivra riding back with all the Dunebounders in tow. One of them looking a little bit scared, more scared than the others. That being Arya, your Dunebounder. But eventually, you do find Vivra making his way back. And Dunebounders in tow. The Gith that you were speaking to earlier will walk up to you, Zane, and he will say, the city is about 3 days ride north, on your weasels, you could probably make it there in 2.5 days if you kept going. Don't camp on sand. Worms will get you.
Good to know.
Find rocks, tile that have been placed by former Gith settlements, rock or cliff sides, anything to stay off the moving sands.
What about paper or scissors?
Thaddeus gets shot with like 18 arrows. So, all of you mount up on your dune mounders and eventually do make your way, starting to go north. You just barely got through that. Some really good rolls, or you would have had to fight a bunch of Gith. But successfully, you do make your way north. The remnants of one sandworm in hand. The rest of the day is yours. It's about midday at this point. I'm going to. Who would be leading the group?
I'll do it.
Okay. Roll a survival check. That's the wrong music.
28.
Sorry, what'd you say?
28.
28. Without issue, you were able to guide everyone through the desert, sand blowing in to your eyes, and with the help of Weaver and his expertise in the sand and in the wind, you're able to avoid a lot of the harmful effects that the desert would have on a normal person. But you do make your way, and eventually you do find a little rock outcropping that is big enough to put a few tents up, but you are in the dead center of the dunes. Is now, unless anybody wanted to do anything during the day, during the ride, it is now nighttime.
Ori's gonna make a tooth necklace.
Okay, so spend a better part of your evening making a tooth necklace.
Illyria wants you to make one for her, so you guys can match.
Okay. You will make two then.
It'll take you some time to make two, but you do eventually make those. You set up camp. Who's gonna take first watch, second watch, third watch?
Elko will take third watch.
Okay.
I'll take first.
Okay.
I'll take second. I'll beat it.
Alan will also take first with you, Ori.
I'll take second.
Okay.
And while I'm riding, I'm reading my manuscripts of natural poisons.
Okay.
And I'm doing to see if there's anything that I can, with that poison that we just picked up, that I might be able to do.
Actually, Ori's gonna hand Thaddeus the 2 acid sacks and say, this seems like your kind of thing.
Oh, yes. Yes, it is. Thank you. Oh, you're such a good friend. Would you like a sip from my jug?
What's in it?
Why, I believe this is wine.
Does it look like wine?
Make an investigation. Well, are you trying to just glance at it, or are you trying to actually look at it?
He'll smell it.
Make an investigation check.
Would that be perception? Wait, hold on.
Because you're trying to dictate what it is.
Okay,
Normally,
it's not any better. I just want to.
Yeah.
I'll do an investigation.
Investigation would be the roll.
3.
3. Smells a little weird, but it's probably wine.
I'll take a sip.
Tastes a little bit more bitter than most wine that you're used to, but you know, it's a little earthy. Little hard to swallow. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Uh, 28.
It's a little harder than most alcohol, but yeah, it does the trick. Stomach feels a little gargly though.
Tastes kind of weird from normal wine.
Oh, no, it just comes out of the jug this way. I like it. It tastes better if I don't drink it out of that cup that she gave me. That has a tinny taste to it. It's a nice gift, don't get me wrong. I mean, I know the intentions are good. As a friend, you give me this cup and I should probably be using it, but sometimes I just like to, drink from the tube.
Okay.
Weaver kind of like hears this going on because his passive perception is again hid. He kind of like looks over at you, Thaddeus. Can this one take a look?
Certainly.
He'll look at it, kind of
Take
like
a sip if you like. Been
this one
bruising.
is. This one doesn't like alcohol. I'm just making sure that all is okay. You'll smell it. Huh? This one's no expert on alcohol. But it does smell a little weird. Don't drink too much. And he'll hand it back to you. He rolled a natural. He rolled a natural one.
And I'm gonna take another sip. Yeah, right. I shouldn't drink too much.
Make a Constitution saving throw
Oh.
with disadvantage.
Okay, disadvantage, Constitution.
6. All of you see Thaddeus like take one big swig out of his alchemy jug, and then he pauses. And then you see his eyes kind of widen. The jug fall out of his hand. And he falls flat backwards on his head and passes out. Thaddeus, you're currently unconscious. Not at 0 hit points, but you're unconscious.
Huh.
All of you hear the thud echo through the camp. As his,
That
head,
could be more than it.
as his elven cranium bounces off the rock.
Zane will just look over and just be like, told him he needs to be careful with that thing.
Do you know what this actually is? Because I don't think it's actually wine.
I don't think you want to know.
Weaver will say, this
I
one
would like
thinks
to
it's
know.
probably a really strong wine. What'd you say? Sorry, I cut you off.
I'm not metagaming, but didn't somebody mark my jugs?
Yes. They did. As you look a little closer, that was part of the...
I'm unresponsive.
Yeah. That was part of the investigation check. Which both people that have looked at the jugs have rolled less than a 5.
I can't read.
But the jug is now on the ground and it rolls helplessly on the rock. You see just like this little bit of a greenish, like murky black liquid spilling out of the jug as it's tipped over. All of you now can very plainly see a giant skull and crossbones painted on the side of the jug, and giant red letters that says "Do not drink." And Zane, you recognize this as this is your handwriting.
I'm just gonna shrug. He did this to himself.
All of you understand now that Thaddeus has been drinking poison for the last 4 days.
We're just gonna start digging a hole next to Thaddeus.
Okay. Easy enough,
Well,
it's sand.
Well, a little past due for this, but might as well get started.
Alan will say, well, do you need help
Or he's
digging?
gonna kick Thaddeus in the hole.
Whoa,
He's gonna start putting sand back in.
oh, hold on there, fella. What are you doing to our friend now?
No, this is what came up. Old Minotaur trick.
Thaddeus, roll a survival check.
Hole's not like he's not thinking like a 6-foot hole. It's like a 3-foot.
Just a regular old survival check for me. Uh-oh, having headphone problems. Alan will walk up to you as Todd's trying to figure out his headphones. Well, guess it's been good knowing him. Do you need help digging that hole, making it deeper?
I think it's deep enough.
All right.
Give the wildlife something to eat later.
I think that's probably a good idea. Are you sure he's...
Is Alan actually okay with this? Can I roll insight?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say it doesn't sound like Alan. 19.
A little half-cocked grin comes over Alan's face as he's saying this. Yeah, I mean, it'd be good to keep him there. He's kind of noisy. He rolled in that one. At this point, he has a giant smile on his face. I think we should probably get him up out of that hole. He's probably
All right.
he's probably not dead. He probably is just a little bit inebriated and needs a little bit of help.
Or he's just gonna he's gonna dig a hole until he sees like a hand, and he's just gonna pull him out.
Make a strength check.
24.
Thaddeus, make a con check.
Advantage, disadvantage.
Just a regular old Constitution check. You are... Actually, no, you are unconscious. Roll with disadvantage. You are a limp noodle right now. Okay, 17. Your arm does not get ripped off as you get ripped, as the resistance, the weight of the sand pulls against your body as your giant Minotaur friend rips you out of the sand. However, you were under... How long... What is the formula for holding your breath in Dungeons & Dragons? I'm pretty sure it's 1 plus your Constitution modifier. How long can you hold? That's not how you spell hold, Zach.
Is that minutes or seconds?
That's 7 minutes.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
It's one plus your Constitution modifier. I was right. So what's your Constitution modifier, Thaddeus?
My Constitution modifier is 2.
2. So you spread for 3 minutes. So as he's pulling you out, you are just running out of breathable oxygen. And you don't immediately drop to 0 hit points. But or you are able to pull him out, and Alan will look at you, Thaddeus. I think it's best just to let him sleep that off. And Alan will go to help you grab him and bring him to the tent. As he does that, he'll cast Lesser Restoration on you, Thaddeus, and all of a sudden, you find yourself swimming. You find yourself currently living through your worst nightmares, reliving the vision of seeing Noetic with Torben. You're reliving childhood memories of when your dad would scorn you for acting out of place. You relive every worst memory that you could ever think of is being induced by this poison. And then eventually a nice, soft, warm blanket feeling comes washing over your body. The darkness that you were sleeping into has a ray of sunshine, and in that sun that's shining over the meadow, you see the very happy, grinning face of your furbolg companion Alan looking at you and just kind of like just smiling at you. And you wake up and you wake up to the face of Alan about 2 feet from your face. Oh, looks like he's awake. All right, good for you.
Oh my god, what the... Oh, Jesus. What was that debt over me?
Well, I believe that's called sand, and we are in a desert. Sand kind of gets everywhere.
I guess so. I mean, it's like... It's even down by my balls.
Well, that's kind of normal here. It's also have similar issues going on.
A dream that I was being buried.
Alco's gonna stroll
was it a
past
dream?
and be like, "Yeah, they buried you."
Well, Ori thought you were dead.
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't.
Wait, you didn't? Why'd you bury him then?
What, you buried me, you
He gave
big
me-
dog?
Gave me a drink that says "Don't drink" with a skull and crossbows on it,
What, can you read?
and that upset me.
It's not my fault you can't read. Hell, I couldn't read. I drank the same shit too, looks like.
We would've-
Well,
Did we take Thaddeus to like his tent?
at this point, yeah.
Or he's gonna take all the blankets from the tent.
Okay.
To make sure you're cold tonight.
I don't know if I like this friendship anymore.
You poisoned me.
It
What are you
wasn't
talking
on
about?
purpose.
What do you mean? You handed it to me knowing what it was.
Oh, do you think I knew what it was, really? If I drank it
Well,
and
you-
almost died and then you buried me, do you really think I will have given it to you?
Did you seriously not know what that was?
Or do you seriously think that I did because I drank it? Other than that, I'm just stupid.
Yeah, you're kind of an idiot.
Ori,
Okay.
make a perception check.
Uh, 16.
You hear a subtle ribbit. Ribbit. You look down, and Froggy is hopping along, and you see him hop up to Thaddeus, look at him dead in the eyes. Thaddeus, this is a bit disturbing to you, almost like you're looking into the abyss. And then the frog will walk up, land on your leg, and then you feel warmth trickling down your leg.
Oh, for fuck's sake, is it paid?
And
Oh,
then,
you got pissed on.
and then
You
it
got
will
pissed on, friend.
hop up onto your chest and just look at you and go, ribbit.
Why does everyone like to pee on Ori?
Well, this is on Thaddeus.
That's what Thaddeus.
Oh.
Fine.
I thought it was Ori.
And Froggy will just stare at you. Ribbit.
That frog has a water sport fetish.
Oh my god,
Oh,
stop.
Whoa.
Get this frog away from me before it becomes
Ribbit.
dinner, Mr. Piss-ass Frog.
Alira, at
Can
this
you s-
point, you notice that you notice that Froggy is no longer next to you. Or on your head.
Hello?
What?
Your goddamn frog just pissed on me.
He just had to pee. Don't you
Are
pee?
you swearing at a child?
Everyone pees, Thaddeus. It's natural.
Ribbit.
What?
Froggy
Have
will
you
jump
ever-
up on your head,
Get him off me now.
and you just
No,
start
I
to
don't
hear.
think I will.
You just start to hear if a frog could snore. Froggy just falls asleep on your head.
He's just a baby.
Baby, you just peed on me. Okay,
That
I'm gonna
baby's
pee on
pee.
you. Next time I have to pee, I'm gonna pee right on your head, and I'm gonna say, "Oh, I'm just a baby."
I'm gonna look him straight in his eyes and squint my eyes and go, "Do it. Do it right now. Piss on my head."
You're gonna pee on a child?
You're disgusting.
It's weird.
Where's my poison? I do need it now.
Well,
I'll let you take that. I'll let you take that back, Thaddeus. It's kind of weird. I'll pretend I never heard that.
I
Mr.
think
Froggy,
it's
would you like a drink?
at that point Alan will walk up to Froggy. Come on, friend. I know you just were trying to help. And Alan will go off and start petting Froggy on top of the head.
I think Alara probably has like no like self-awareness of the fact that she probably looks like a filthy rat and smells anyways, so she's just like fine if Thaddeus just pisses on her forehead. Look,
Fair.
like, she doesn't know. Like,
She just has a blank smile. This
Yeah.
is fine.
yeah, exactly.
Alan will walk up and no one's gonna be pissing on anybody anymore, and he will flip his hand and press the digitation all to piss off your leg, Thaddeus.
Thank you, Alan, for the second time today, I believe.
Yeah, don't mention it.
All right. If
Just
I could
don't-
just
Don't drink any more of that poison.
yes, you are correct with that. I don't know what happened.
Well, I think it might be best, and you'll feel like a little bit of a gust of wind pick up next to the now alchemy jug that's on the ground, and the gust of wind will float the alchemy jug into Alan's hand. I think it would be probably best if someone else holds on to this until you understand that whatever you're going through, whatever made you want to drink this.
I didn't do it on purpose. I just grabbed it. I have two of them. One's for wine, and one's for poison.
He'll look at All right, and he will
Fine, you carry it.
he will put it he'll put it in his bag of holding and just look at you. I'll give it back to you tomorrow. Get some sleep.
Well, I'm gonna need the poison from it for my supply, not for drinking.
I'll give it back to you tomorrow morning. Get some sleep.
I'm gonna roll over. Can I get a blanket, please?
Oris could take one of the tent poles and walk away.
You are now covered by a blanket, just a canvas one, as the tent falls down on top of you.
Let's go throw the tent pole like a javelin as far as he can. In Rann direction.
Alan will look at you. You know, you can be petty sometimes.
He gave me poison.
Yeah, and I would have healed you.
Somebody pick a random number
Is that
between
the-
1 and 100.
It's the act, not the damage.
Let's go 80
72.
and 72. I was going to say 82.
69. 69.
All right. What's the number?
Corgan chose 77 in chat.
77? Okay. If I roll 77, I am going to attempt to kill.
Oh, that was close. That was real close. You would have failed. That was close. All right. Well,
He has to sleep.
at this point, the night wavers off. Alan, you see Alan wild shape into a little bird, like a little blue bird, and start flying off into the desert towards the direction where you threw that pole, Ori. After about an hour, Thaddeus, you do feel the lifting of your tent with the pole in Alan's hand. I don't know why I did that. That was just kind of rude. I understand you poisoned him by accident, but that was uncalled for.
Well, thank you. Could you steal a... See if you can find a blanket, because if he finds out about it, he'll probably steal my clothes.
Go throw a wool blanket at your chest. Go to sleep.
All right, thank you.
Yep. And he'll walk over to you, Ori. Are you cooled off yet?
I'm always cool.
And he'll just look at you
Look
with
how
like
cool this necklace is.
he'll just
Well,
look at you with like the biggest
necklace.
bitch please look ever.
I'm a very calm and collective person.
Ori, I've literally seen you kill someone for zero reason at all. I don't know if that's a cool, calm,
Calm and
collective.
collectively. Yes, I was in the right mind.
Were you now?
Well,
Alright.
most of the time.
Roll a perception check for this is now first watch going into it.
Okay.
That's not bad for Alan. His perception's pretty awful, I think. It might actually be pretty good. No, his perception's good. Never mind. What am I talking about? He's a druid.
18.
18. He rolled a 27.
Is perception wisdom?
Yeah.
Okay. I need to get that shit up. I'm tired of this +1. It's gonna get me killed.
Yeah. Well, not every build. You know, not every D&D build is good. Yeah, everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. But the first rest goes off without any issue. Alan kind of looks at you. Hey, I just want you to know that it'd probably be best if all of us just kind of got along the rest of this journey, all right?
What? I was just busting his balls. I'm not like angry at him.
Well, I know the look of a man when he has bloodlust in his eyes, and he sure as shit had bloodlust in his eyes there for a moment. So maybe
He'll be fine.
maybe
He's like-
rein it in a little bit. All right,
I'm like Thaddeus' best friend.
insight check. Right,
Or he generally thinks that.
that's fair enough, actually. Right,
You told me once.
all right, fair enough. Well, just pushing people's buttons is all fine and everything, but when you're in a location like this, it can be
Yeah, that's fair. I'll
it can be a bit hard to deal
I'll
with.
apologize to him in the morning just in case.
You do that. Well, I think that's about time for me to go wake up someone else. I'm gonna go sleep. Who was taking second watch?
Beep. I think it was Beep and Thaddeus.
Yeah.
Thaddeus, are you going to wake up for your second watch by the time, with all the poison that's ran through your body and?
That's a good question for the dungeon master.
Actually, Ori's gonna try to wake Thaddeus up.
Make a,
Just slap him really hard.
Not.
how are you going to wake up Thaddeus? Out of curiosity.
He'll just shake him like
Shake
a little
him.
bit.
Uh,
He's not gonna like hit him or
Shake,
anything.
shake, shake.
roll.
Shake your roll, kid.
Okay, this is gonna be a strength versus constitution check. Ori, roll a straight strength check, and Thaddeus, roll a straight constitution check. Not gonna be hard to beat for Ori.
19.
19. Your thought process is you're only shaking him a little bit, but Thaddeus, it feels like he's just rocking you awake.
Thaddeus,
What?
wake up. Thaddeus, everyone's dead. Wake up. We gotta go.
But Dad,
Yes.
why'd you let that happen?
Because I wanted.
Disappointed.
I'm just fucking with you. Everyone's fine.
Alright, is it my turn to take watch?
Yeah.
Alright, sleep with one eye open tonight.
Hey, I just wanted to say, I'm sorry for taking your tent pole.
Alright, I'm sorry for possibly trying to kill you, which I didn't really try to do.
It was you didn't even know. It's fine. I'm sorry for saying
you're a
an
friend
idiot.
of mine. I can't believe
Yeah, I'm
I
like
said
you're like my
again.
I'm like your best friend. So
You're up there.
up I am. I'm
Okay,
up there
you
on the
can be
top.
you can be my best friend for the next week. Just don't try to bury me, please.
I'll take it. Oh yeah, sorry about that too. I forgot about that. I don't know how. I'm going to
Alright.
bed.
We're
Don't
all
let us-
leaving.
Don't let us die in our sleep. That would be horrible.
All right, I'll make sure to wake you up last if something comes. Haha, just kidding.
You get the gentlest little nudge from Alan as he enters your tent to wake up.
Beep will open his one uncovered eye and just go beep, give a little thumbs up,
Your turn, friend.
and get up.
Alan will lay down, and by the time you walk out to the fire, he's already snoring.
I
But
think beep would be like an excellent alarm clock.
okay,
Beep's just everyone's alarm clock.
Thaddeus, Beep, roll a perception check. Ow.
28.
Perception.
Probably your perception was high.
Yeah.
Thaddeus, you're a little zoned out. Not so much that you're not paying attention, but enough that you kind of find yourself dozing, a little bit tired. It's been a long day. But Beep, you look out through the moonlit sands. You do notice, it's hard to tell, but you do notice a humanoid figure about 300-ish yards out. Your dark vision only goes so far, but with a 28, the moon has just enough light to where you think you see a humanoid, probably about Zane's height, 6 foot, 6 to 7 feet, probably closer to 6 feet tall, and you do notice horns on the top of its head. Kind of
Can I
looks
tell
like
if they're coming this way,
they're just
or
kind
if
of
they're like going anywhere else?
with a 28 and with how dark it is, but the moon shining. You can't tell if they're walking or just standing still, but you do notice them, and you can't help but just watch as they're there. And they just stay about 300 feet away from you for about a minute. And then when you blink your eyes once, just to kind of get a little bit of sand out of your eye, you go look back at the figure and it's gone.
Well, given that it is a desert, would Beep think it's a mirage?
Given the fact that you were able to see through a mirage just yesterday,
Yeah.
and the fact that you rolled such a high perception, you could tell it was definitely... It's either the lighting of the moon playing tricks on you with the constant blowing of wind, and somehow just maybe it's a cactus out there that looks like a humanoid, and maybe you're just looking in the wrong place. But you can't help but feel that was actually a humanoid.
Okay. I'll have Beep write down in his notebook that he saw something and tear out the paper and show it to Thaddeus.
Okay. Thaddeus, you see written on the paper, I saw a humanoid. Don't know what it is or even if it's real, but I did see it.
Do you think we should wake everyone?
I'll have Beep shake his head no. Given that he can't see the person anymore.
Does he have night vision, or am I aware if he has night vision?
Beep's tabaxi.
You're very aware that he has dark vision, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have him point in the direction that he was, and I'm just gonna kind of scan the skies. Do I see anything?
Make a perception check again. A little bit worse. You do see small birds flying overhead, small nocturnal birds. But humanoids? No, it's just rolling hills and rolling desert. Kind of hard to tell.
I have an idea. Let's wake Alara and see if she can have her dragon fly out and take a look.
Alara doesn't have a dragon.
Or
Arya.
Arya.
Alara has a frog.
Is the dragon even with us?
Yeah.
No.
No, he
No.
he kind of fucked off after you guys got to Rann, or not to Rann, but to Anric. I've been rolling for him. He's just kind of fucked off.
Okay.
Well, hint, hint. I could try to summon him.
I'm gonna wake her up and basically say, we think we saw something, but we could use an extra set of eyes.
Huh?
Beep wrote a note that he thought he saw a human figure. I can't see anything, but my eyes are probably a little bit impacted from yesterday's activities. And so I'd like to get another set of eyes out here, and I don't know what your situation is with your little blue boy, a dragon, but it might be safer for all of us.
Well, I guess I could try to summon him, but I don't know how well that's gonna go.
Okay. How are you going to try to summon him? Do you have a spell, or?
I thought I had Dragon Sight also with her.
Oh, yeah, you do have Dragon Sight.
Let me just make sure. Because I remember Aiko was training her to do it.
I'm going to say yes, you do have Dragon Sight. But it is limited to the distance normally. But for her, it is a little bit more limited. So if he's around, you could probably use Dragon Sense and try to figure out where he's at.
Alright, what do I have to roll for again? It's Beast Sense, what it was. I think. Yeah, it has to be within 200 feet away.
Okay. That's worth a
Thank you.
shot. If you want to, you can do it. Whether or not he'll actually be around is up to the roll of the dice.
Yeah, I don't have it on her sheet, so I'll have to do it off his.
Okay.
If it's not let me. What do I have to roll again?
I roll. So you use Dragon Sight. Yeah. And roll D100. Use Dragon Sight. And you connect. Your eyesight immediately shoots into the dilated vision of Aragon. And you see him currently looking down at your campsite from about 100 feet up on a dune. Looking down at you. And just kind of staring at your general direction and realizing that you're looking through his eyes.
Alright, I'm gonna do a perception check to see if I see anything in the distance.
So with him,
Yeah.
you're going to have to make a persuasion check because he doesn't just listen to you.
Fine.
He listens to Aiko. 14. We're going to see. Okay. You rolled a 13. So, he'll just kind of roll his eyes and take off flying and look around in the general area. Make a perception check using his stats.
His stats?
Yeah.
Okay, let me open him up.
His perception is fairly high, if I remember correctly. Okay.
Wasn't expecting to use him today.
I found him. His perception is... Oh, it should have gone up. I haven't updated his, he would have gotten proficiency with perception, and his wisdom would have gone up by 4. So,
So his wisdom would have been 14.
it's a +7. Since his proficiency bonus goes up with you guys.
So which one do I roll? Because it's not there.
Just roll a d20 and add 7. $23. You look through his eyes, scouting. You then something catches his eyes. You notice movement about from flying away from full 200-foot radius. From the edge of the 200-foot radius, about 100 feet away, you do notice a humanoid just kind of standing in the center of the desert. And as you look through his eyes and start to see the vision, this humanoid is, with a 23 perception, this humanoid is just kind of standing there, like arms to the side, looking straight up at the moon. And as Aragon goes to do another pass to look at him, you notice eyes stare right up at you, glowing red. And those red eyes go from red to like a slight amberish color, and they start to shift colors. Eventually, they fluctuate between like an amber yellow, like almost like a reptilian yellow, to like a red, dark blood red. And as you fly over, you notice it's looking right at you, and it kind of like stretches its back, and it grows about 2 feet taller, and its body kind of shifts in a very abnormal way. Do you want to get a closer look?
No, I'm gonna drop Dragon Sight and just tell the group what I just saw.
Okay. How are you waking everybody up? Because everyone's in deep sleep at this point.
I'm just gonna scream, big monster up ahead.
Can I have beep be an alarm clock as well? Beep, 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 beep.
Roll performance check.
Why would a delivery be showing up at this time of night?
22.
22. All of you wake up to a beep, 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 beep.
Yeah,
Alan kind of stumbles awake because he's only been asleep for about an hour now. Am I back in college? What's going on? What's going on? You look around. You poke his head out. Is everything okay?
No, nothing is okay. There's a big monster up ahead, and she points in the direction that Aragon went.
Can you describe what the monster looks like?
Super big, super scary, red eyes.
That doesn't narrow it down. Is it a big, like, you say super big, is it like a dragon big, or is it like, is it tall? Is it What is it?
Well, I am small. Everything's tall.
All right. Hold on. Just sit still real quick, and he's gonna cast Detect Thoughts on you. Do you try to prevent him from going into your brain?
I am 14.
I am 14. I don't know what's going on, so no.
Okay. So he will detect thoughts. Oh, that's a bit terrifying. All right, hold on. Let me see what I can do here. And he will sit down and he'll cast Locate Animal and see if that works. Well, whatever that thing is, it is not an animal. So it's a person. It's a really it grew. It's tall. Maybe it's a demon. Let me try one other thing, and he will look down. Folks, it might be a good idea for all of you to get up. I don't know what this thing's trying to do. Let me...
Elka's gonna crawl out of her tent, like, with her rapiers, like, ready to go, but also slightly drowsy.
You will cast a Locate Creature now. Well, let me see if this works.
I'm gonna cast it with him to help him.
Okay. Well, it seems like it hasn't moved much, although it is getting a little... It's getting a lot closer. Zane.
I'm gonna blow my cloak over.
Make an intelligence saving throw.
I'm pretty sure I passed 26.
26. You feel a presence trying to breach into your mind. And it's hard to tell what this presence is. Stealing your mind from it. However, you do get just the most subtle goosebumps down the back of your neck. And you can't help but feel familiar presence in whatever the heck is trying to get into your mind. And Alan just kind of, and for you as well, Arya, you see how Locate Creature works is that it's essentially a radar. It pings the location at intervals, so you feel the ping get really, really, really close, almost as close as like 50 feet away, and then you see it shoot off 300 feet away. This is 1,000-foot radius. And then you blink your eyes, and it's 15 feet away. But when you look, and Alan looks too, and you try to see this creature 15 feet away, given the dark vision, and all of you look, it isn't there. And then you feel the ping go behind you 40 feet, and then 100 feet. And then you see it move to the east 100 feet. And it's just almost like it's teleporting all around you. And you can't figure out what it's doing. Aragon, roll a dexterity saving throw for Aragon. $16. It's a pass, luckily. All of you see a blast of arcane fire shoot up from the desert from a point that's about 200 feet away. Aragon's HP would have gone up. I don't know what it is. Let me check real quick before I give you total damage. It's at 49. It would have gone up. It would be at his size. It would be at 89 right now. Just so you're aware. I'll go ahead and change that.
Okay.
I'll change that for you. There you go. Aragon gets engulfed in a fireball. Okay. Well, there goes another D6 underneath my desk. Into perpetuity. It's never coming back. Alright. Aragon takes, which he saves, so luckily he takes half. That's a lot of ones, though. 18, 20, 22... But he takes 15 points of fire damage as he's engulfed in fire damage, and he kind of like wavers a little bit and then kind of flaps it off and flies immediately back to you. Make a you're gonna have to make a wisdom saving throw for him now. It's 14. Oh boy. Aragon is now frightened from whatever that creature is down there. Zane, make another intelligence saving throw.
$18.
You feel a voice creep into your head. Something you haven't heard in about a month and a half. I told you I'd find you.
I'm gonna smirk a little. Bring it.
And everyone make a perception check now.
$11. My dice are not being nice to me today.
Apparently none of your dice are being nice tonight.
Wow. And the time
Oh
he's
my
rolling
God.
off his ass.
Weaver rolled a freaking 2 plus 9, but so 11. That's a overall failure. Actually, no. Hold on. Alan needs
What
to
the-
roll. That's a natural 1 for Alan.
That's nat 20.
Okay, that they cancel each other. That's still a fail. All of you feel wind coming from above you. And as you look up, you know what this wing beat feels like. You felt it before when you're in Artemis. But as you look up, circulating lightning coming from above, you see blue flashes of like flame flicker off from about 100 feet up. And Zane, as you look up, you can't help but look up in horror as above you is a familiar creature, but not in the same form that it took when you fought it long ago. Is now a fairly large blue dragon, engulfing itself down onto your camp. And as it lands, you see its feet land, but its feet just kind of go through the sand. They don't land. And with the perception check, which you actually did just succeed. I misread it. With the perception check, the group perception check, all of you are able to ascertain that this is an illusion. Zane, make a strength saving throw. $16. Wow. Close. You feel a grip of arcane energy swirl around you and attempt to bind you to where you stand, but you're able to break free of it. And now, as you break free of it, you stare off in the distance, and all you see, looking out of the darkness, are these shifting amber and red eyes staring at you. You're about your height level. Everyone else sees a creature 6 foot tall, dark skin, horns on top of its head, black hair. You see Zane. you see almost a perfect replica of your friend who's standing right next to you, now fully armored. But this creature isn't armored. It's just Zane without the armor. But as you look closer, its body is shifting in a very unnatural way. It's almost Zane. It's very Uncanny Valley-like. And as it stops in the middle of your camp, it just stares at all of you. I'm back. It's taken me years. Wait. Months. To track you down.
Who are you?
And it just kind of like, its head like full 180 twists and looks right at you, Ori. Almost like its neck is breaking. And you see Zane's neck breaking. It's a little off-putting. I'm your worst nightmare.
Zane thought that's scary.
And as you say that, Zane, you look at it, ready yourself, and before you can blink your eyes, it is in your face, digging its sharp claws up underneath your armor. Does a 25 hit?
Nope.
Its claws deflect off your armor, and it jumps back. Tricky. Just how I like it. Everyone roll initiative.
This guy's a fucking. This guy's. He's a bit silly.
That's a word for him.
Yeah.
There's a word for him. I gotta switch maps.
Do we need to reset the turn order thing?
Yeah. Sorry, let me get rid of that. Wait,
I just rolled a natural 20.
Sorry, hold up on the. I'll keep the initiatives that you rolled, but I need to change maps.
Jack, your camera froze.
Of course it did.
Is it on a funny picture?
No.
Does
Yeah.
it look funny?
We'll just go back to this map because apparently my other map did not load. So you see, which is a good, kind of a good representation of what it is. All of you see a doppelganger of Zane now standing right next to him, and we'll mark this by. This will be. He'll have like the little death mark on him. Okay. Initiative rolls. Why?
I don't know why I typed 14.
I went away for a bit. What time is it? Did night pass or?
It is currently. You guys have not had a long rest.
Shit, that sucks.
It would have let you keep going if Beep didn't roll such a high perception check.
Was there enough time for a short rest?
I'd say
Well, some of us have gotten a short rest.
I'd say all of you at this point have had a short rest. So if you want to roll hit dice, you can.
I'm
But-
gonna do.
Yeah.
No, I just want my action surge back.
All right.
I think.
Can you delete the 15.19? I accidentally deleted it.
I don't see that. So.
Cool.
Let me grab Weavra, Las Vegas. Short rest. And we'll just say if Weaver rolled a single hit dice to regain his 4 HP, which he definitely would have rolled. Yeah, okay. He rolled a 4 on the dice. He's fine. However, this does mean you still have the 5 temporary hit points if you didn't lose those already, which I think all of you did, but, you know, just checking. Okay, Weaver is going to roll initiative really well. Good job, Weaver. Ellen's going to roll initiative.
We have action surge back. You can get back from a short rest.
Good. Okay, we're gonna go with that. Who isn't on the list? Turn. Ori. Okay. All right, let me see here. We got Zane. What did you roll, Measure?
15.
15. Okay.
I think mine's less than Mouse's, though, so I'm pretty sure she's ahead of me.
Okay, Thaddeus. What
Yeah.
Thaddeus roll?
25.2.
25.
Natural. It was a natural 20.
Nice.
That means nothing on initiative.
No, it doesn't.
Means
but it means you.
means
rolled-
my first attack is a crit, no matter what.
I mean, it means you're gonna whoop this dude's ass, but you know.
Doubt.
Valera rolled a 20.25. Really good roll.
I having a desire for Hassenpfeffer stew.
Ori, you rolled a 22. Arya rolled a 20.19. And it rolled, which I haven't added its initiative. Add turn. So, he's just using Zane's token. We'll use Theater of Mind, but it looks like Zane. Where is its token? I know I have it somewhere. Where are you? There he is. Add turn. Okay. He rolled a 26. Descending. Cool. Alright. Cue the music. That one. Okay, started off. Zane, he lunged at you. That was his surprise round. It's now going to go into his main round. He's going to stare at you deep in your eyes, and he's going to use he's going to use his bonus action to use Unsettling Presence on you. Make a Wisdom saving throw.
That's a 17.
17. You are now afraid of him. The Unsettling Presence. As his shoulders pop up out of place, like in your own visage, your shoulders pop. You see your own shoulders, but on him, pop out of place. His neck elongates, and your devilish horns are no longer devilish horns. They are now deer antlers coming off of his head. And he'll just smile at you with a very sharp, toothy grin. Sharper than your own, but it's your face. It's just so weird to look at. He's going to use his action to jump and claw at you, Zane. That is a 26.
That will hit.
You take 16 points of slashing damage. As he claws into you, he will smile at you, and then you'll see his arm shift outwards, almost like Luffy from One Piece, and it will elasticate and try to swipe at Ori. That's a natural 20 for a 35 to hit. Shit, dice roll. Luckily for you. Okay, that would be a 24 points slashing damage on Yori. And then he's going to take, you see one of his horns shoot out and he's going to swing down at Beep. He's going to see his horn grow unnaturally off of his body and attempt to impale Beep. Does a... I assume a 23 hits you, Beep?
Yeah.
Okay. You take, with that attack, let's see. Oh boy.
It's never a good sound to hear.
You take 39 points of piercing damage
Okay, I'm still alive.
as he stabs you straight through your gut with his horn.
Did you say 39?
39, yeah.
Okay.
A question here is Beep the one at the bottom?
Yeah.
So, would anybody get an attack of opportunity? Because he has to move to make that attack, wouldn't he?
No, it just grows out of his head. He doesn't move. His horn just abnormally grows and stabs Beep and shoots out, almost like it has a mind of its own.
Oh, it's a projectile. Okay.
Yeah. So, that is the end of his turn. Thaddeus, you're invisible currently as you slip your cloak over. He is currently engaged with what you could see multiple people. Not quite sure where his engagement range is, but you are invisible.
Okay. Well, I'm going to basically move into a flank position, and then I'm going to attack with my poisons rapier. And my roll is, you piece of stupid shit.
Well, you have to roll the hit first.
I rolled.
You rolled the damage.
Yeah,
so.
I'm sorry.
Since you're invisible, roll with advantage.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll one more time.
Yeah. You're 16. Just hits him. So go and roll damage. Add sneak attack and add your poison damage.
Ha! Same roll before. So that'd be 38 points of damage.
Yeah, 38 points of damage. Nice. You hit him. The poison goes in. His head. You see his antler extend out of his, extend back to be normal on his head, and you see his head just kind of like. And this is, mind you, this is looking like Zane, right? With just a little bit of malformity. You see the visage of Zane 180 like an owl and turn around and look right at you. And he just kind of smiles and looks up and down at you. Interesting. That's your turn. Unless you want a bonus action disengage, you have that.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna how many feet can I move in a disengage?
You have your full movement, so you came.
Okay.
Well, no, you came from there, so that was 15 feet. So you have 15 feet more movement.
Okay, so can I go here?
Yeah. So you're now invisible behind Ori. Make a stealth check because he has certain thing. Yeah. With advantage because you're invisible. $25 is great. Yeah, you're able to sneak away. No problem. Being careful to not leave boot prints in the dirt. But that is your turn, Ori. You're up.
I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna attack with my axe first.
Okay.
Excuse me. Oh, goddamn, my knee hurts.
37.
To hit?
Yeah. No. 27.
Jesus.
Sorry. I'm a little,
Yes,
getting a
that
little
hits.
sleepy. Sorry. And $44 damage.
Okay.
And
That was with
that-
your axe?
Yeah, am I negating anything?
Yeah, what's the holy damage on that?
4.
Okay. You notice that the holy damage or the radiant damage just doesn't hit as hard as you thought it would.
Okay. And extra attack. Spot. Uh, 31.
To hit?
Yeah.
Yep, hits.
That is 39 damage
Okay. What's radiant?
and 1 radiant damage.
Okay. All right. He's still he's taking these hits, and he doesn't even seem like he's phasing them.
Can I make a perception check to see what that's about? Does it look like it's like
Sure.
facing through him, or
Sure, but that would be your bonus action.
yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Make a perception check then.
19.
19. It looks like it's cutting into him, but you get the sense that the way his body's shifting, it's just kind of hard to. It feels hard to make clean contact with him.
Okay. I think I'll end my turn there then.
Okay. At the end of your turn is now Weaver's turn. What does he got working for spells here? I know I marked. What does he have prepared? Yikes. Weaver's just going to. Weaver's going to cast Moonbeam on him. So I'm going to need him to make a con save, which he succeeds in. So he takes, well, is that radiant damage or is that... Oh. You see the moonbeam hit him, and it just kind of like doesn't affect him whatsoever. As a radiant beam of light shines down, he just kind of looks at him and smiles. Weaver kind of nods back. Weaver will move over there, just a little bit farther away, just to get a better vision of the fight. And that will be his turn. Squirtle's computer crashed and he's trying to get it back up. So for right now, we will skip Arya's turn. Alara.
I was literally going to use Moonbeam and then Alan used it. But
Double moonbeam.
another one. Oh man. Okay. Well. Can I cast? I want to do Erupting Earth, but I'm more worried about like Zane and Ori being kind of in the same.
Yeah,
facility.
they would.
It's a 20-foot cube, so I feel like they would have to probably make a dex saving throw too.
Wreck the camp. Oh my god.
Yeah, that would be pretty much the entire camp centered on
Let me
him.
just destroy the entire Earth while I'm here. Yeah, I was looking at that first, and I was like, no. And then Alan did Moonbeam, and I was like, fuck. Sure, why not? Grasping Vine.
Okay. That's a dexterity saving throw, right?
Yeah, I just put it in there. It's a...
Yeah, dexterity
Yeah,
save. 18. That's a fail.
Oh, hell yeah.
He rolled a natural too.
Y'all, brother.
Okay. It's a concentration spell, so I'll mark you with con. So that is a until the spell, you can direct the vine lash out the same creature. Alright, when you cast a spell, you cast a direct vine to lash out at a creature within 30 feet you can see. Pull 20 feet directly towards the vine. So you see this little goblin girl just reach out, grab, and pull as hard as she can. And he gets ripped. Well, it says 20 feet. So you rip him. And because he failed, he ends up on the other side of you with Grasping Vine. And you flip him behind you. That does not invoke or provoke a attack of opportunity because he was being moved forcefully.
Oh, wait. So I can... Until the spell ends, you can direct Divine to lash out the same creature or another one as a bonus action on each of your turns. Oh.
Right, so you can... a creature within 30 feet, you can... If it fails, you can basically force it to move in a certain direction. So technically, it didn't need to go that way. You could have gone that way. It could have gone that way. It could have gone that way. Which way did you want it to go?
Let's see. I guess more like towards the right. I'm trying to give like everybody else like an attack of opportunity around him instead of making him farther away.
Okay. So rip him 20 feet that way.
Yeah, I'll say right there.
All right, so you rip him out of combat with Zane and Ori. However, you are able to drag him to where he's now unknowingly in combat with Thaddeus. That is... You still have movement if you want to move.
Yeah, I'm going to probably go like... Can I go here? Is that enough space?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Alright.
small. I'm
Right.
trying to be around everybody else.
Alright. Then that is your turn. Elka, coming out of your tent, or you've already been out of your tent, you see him get ripped across the field by this incorporeal vine. That is still attached to him. So what do you want to do?
Let's see. I think I can totally get to him. So we're just gonna boop 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 and start stabbing.
Okay. Roll the hit.
Alright, I got an 18 and a 22.
Both hit.
Sweet.
Fuck it up. Fuck it up. Let's go.
Okay. I got 9 piercing
Okay.
and 8 ice.
Okay. So 17. All right.
And then I'm going to extra attack.
Okay.
11.
Miss.
Okay. And then I'm gonna action surge.
Okay.
Do it again. Actually, yeah.
Just like cut his fingers off.
21, 17.
Both hit.
You just want total damage?
Yeah.
Okay. 13.
Okay.
And I think that's all I can do.
Okay. Alrighty. He's same thing for you. You stab into him, and it's like his body. You feel the resistance of blade touching flesh, like any other stab you've ever done. It's just strange. It feels like almost like you stab into a body, like you stab into any humanoid, but then as you dig deeper, it's like his body almost turns into like a gelatin. Just ever shifting. It's really weird. Okay, I'm doing math here. 6. Then that is your turn then. So it is now Zane. Zane, it's your turn. You are afraid of this creature. So any attacks against it would be with disadvantage. You also can't move directly towards him.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna defensive field and call it a day for this turn.
Okay. Defensive field up. Done. Beep.
Can I ascertain who all is, like, the most hurt?
Yourself.
Yeah, well, I know that. I mean, other people.
Everyone's kind of okay. Ori's taken some hits, and Zane has taken a hit.
Okay.
But everyone else was at full.
I will have Beep go kind of there in a more defensive position.
Okay.
And I will have him do Cure Wounds on himself at level 4.
Okay.
So 28, I think. Yeah, 28.
Okay. You heal yourself for
And
28 points.
I'll beat him there.
Okay. Before we get to Alan's turn, I'll go ahead and do Arya's turn since Squirtle messaged me and he thinks that my guess is that his power strip died.
Oh.
So he's
Rip.
yeah, he's like, I'm hitting the button, nothing's happening. So that sucks. But
Unfortunate.
Arya's going to kind of like look out and lightning bolt at 4th level. Okay, I guess dex save. That is also a failure. Wow, I'm rolling like shit for his dex saves. So that's a 96. Wow, no ones. That's a good sign. All right. 34. 34 points of lightning damage from Arya. Alrighty, so it's nice. He's officially looking. His body's starting to. What was Zane is no longer Zane. It's more of a hodgepodge look of all of you mixed together. He's trying to find his form right now. And since he doesn't really bleed, that's him being bloodied. It's now Alan's turn. Alan,
Question.
sure.
When he got flung in front of me, does that give me an attack of opportunity?
It's forced
Okay.
movement, so
Okay.
anytime anytime a creature's forced to be moved past you, it's not attack of opportunity.
Yeah, couldn't help but ask.
But by magical means, that is. I'd have to check physical means. But let's see here. Alan is going to step out because he is also one of the only other people in this world other than your group that has also dealt with this guy before. He's going to say, "Well, that's enough," and he's going to cast Feeble Mind on it. We're going to see if he succeeds. It's an intelligence saving throw of, I'll tell you in a moment. It's an intelligence saving throw. It does take 46. Wow. Okay, that's a 6, 5, 4, and 5. So 20 points of psychic damage. And it rolled. Has to be at a DC of 20. It rolled a 21, unfortunately, for an intelligence saving throw. Wait, is intelligence save? Yeah, okay. Just making sure it's not charisma. So he kind of shakes it off, and he looks right at Alan, furious. You would do that to me? And Alan will bonus action because he can do it because he's a moon druid. He's gonna bonus action wild shape into a. What's a cool thing he hasn't wild shaped into yet?
Turn into a T-Rex.
Owlbear. I don't know why I said it that way. Owlbear.
Be up to a CR3. Hold on, let me.
Make him a chicken.
He can't wild shape into an owlbear. This is not Baldur's Gate.
Why not? That's the thing
Okay.
druids can do now.
Yeah, I was in the movie.
Yeah.
Actually, it's
Yeah.
like in books now too.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yes.
I got your back.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Alan turns into an owlbear.
Yeah.
But can we fuck him?
Yeah.
And Alan will run up and corner this guy. Vine's still wrapped around his leg, by the way, because that's a concentration for 1 minute or 10
Bad
rounds.
guys always get fucked by the owlbears.
All right, that's Alan's turn. It's now the shapeshifter's turn. He's going to use.
Damn you! I just took a drink.
He's going to use his. Yeah.
Cherry vodka that I made.
He's going to use his action to use to cast Fireball at. He'll cast it at using his 1 6th level spell. So I'm gonna need Alan. It's 20-foot radius, so I'm going to need. He's gonna center it on himself, so I'm gonna need everybody but Arya to make a dexterity saving throw.
I got this. I got this.
With advantage or normal?
Just a regular old dexterity saving throw. That is a failure for Alan.
What?
That's a failure
Wow.
for Thaddeus. That's a failure for Weavra.
This bad
Oh,
roll.
frickin'
I'm using
one.
Indomitable.
Okay.
That's a nat 20. Let's go.
I hope I
That
didn't
is,
stab myself.
25.
6th level fireball would make this a 11d6 fire damage.
My best freaking stat is dexterity, and somehow I failed this.
Yeah, you rolled an out one. That's unfortunate.
Oh.
Okay, Todd, you have evasion.
Oh, that's
You
right.
do have evasion, so you do take half. So. Okay. 10. 21. 3. Let's see here. Alara, you take 44 points of fire damage. Weaver takes 44 points of fire damage. Alan in his owlbear form takes 44 points of fire damage. Owlbear's still up. Weaver's going to use absorb elements to half that. Which, Alara, I think you can do that as well, just as an FYI.
What is it?
It's a reaction to use absorb elements if you haven't prepared for the day. Or no, you're through it. It just happens. So you can use absorb elements as long as you have the spell slot. It halves the elemental damage. So instead of 39, it'd be down to 20. And anybody who rolled over a 18, it's half. So
What
that
was the-
Thaddeus, and it's half for you. So Thaddeus, 22. 22 points of damage to anybody that has half the damage.
Can I use, I think I know the answer, my uncanny dodge with the evasion at the same time?
No. They're both reactions. Alright. And so actually all of you except for Alan took 22 points of fire damage. Zane, you took, oh boy. This is tricky. This is tricky math because you're resistant to fire and you have absorb elements.
Yep.
So you would have taken an eighth of 44. Whatever that is. So 22, 11, 6.
6.
You would have taken 6 points. No. Because you succeeded, it brings down 22. Resistance brings it down to 11. Absorb elements, you're 6 points of fire damage. You notice that he's a little worse for wear. Almost as if fire doesn't hurt him at all. Fucking tieflings, bro.
Getting a flashback from Timmy when he nuked himself as well.
It's a fun thing to do sometimes. I was about to say, by the way, I looked at Corrigan's message. I was about to say carefully as well. How does one fuck of owlbear? Carefully. Dodge the beat. But that's his action. He's going to use his bonus action to use Fearful Presence on everybody. Except for Arya. Because Arya is just out of range. So I need everyone to roll a wisdom saving throw.
I should have saved it for that. Fuck. It's a +4. It's not bad.
Alan is immune to being afraid, so that's
Oh my God.
awful rolls from you guys. Awful roll for Vivra. Jesus. Wait, what's Vivra's, hold on, what's Vivra's, wisdom saving
Beaver
throw?
has been rolling awful all day because you've been rolling for him.
Fuck off, Austin. Well,
Can I roll
actually,
for him?
it's a 16, which is...
That's a fellow player.
That which is a okay. 22. You are not afraid. Thaddeus, you are now afraid of this creature. Means you cannot. All attacks done to it is at disadvantage, and you cannot move closer to him. But because you are right next to him anyways, that doesn't apply. If you were to move away, you couldn't move in direct line to him. Let's see here. Elka, you are also afraid. Same thing goes. Beep, you succeeded. Zane, you succeeded. Actually, you break out of your fear with that 19.
Wait, did I need to make one too? I'm sorry.
Yes, you did. Wisdom saving throw.
You said disadvantage, correct?
No. Oh wait, to attack, yes, it's with disadvantage. 15. Alara, you are also afraid of him. That means you can't move in a straight line towards him, and any attacks done against him that involve an attack roll are done at disadvantage. Alan is immune to being feared, so he's fine. Weavra is also afraid. Okay. Well, that's fun. To mark all of you guys afraid, I'm gonna just mark it blue. Just for the sake of ease.
Ooh, look, that moved the mask over my face.
It did, actually. So stupid.
Silly.
Philly,
Oh, she's got a...
Philly goose.
Is that heart always over her head?
No, that means she's concentrating.
Okay.
She's concentrating on the grasping vine currently. All right, that's all of you. That's his turn. Thaddeus, you are still invisible, but you are afraid of him. That means, and he is engaged with others. So that means you'll get sneak attack. You normally would roll with advantage, but since you have disadvantage, it's just a straight roll. So roll once. If it hits, it hits.
Okay, so my attack is at a disadvantage, or...
Your straight roll. Does the disadvantage from the fear and the advantage from you being invisible
Okay.
cancel each other out, so you're just rolling a straight attack roll. No advantage, no
Okay.
disadvantage. 29, that hits, so roll your
Alright, so...
okay. Man, you've been rolling
9.
9 piercing damage a lot.
Sneak attack, 15.
Nice. Nice.
And
nice.
poison is 3. So, 14, 17.
Got it. Nice.
Wait, that's not, no, that's not right. That's 9 would be
I got it.
20. You got,
Yeah, I got it. It was 23. Or 20, sorry,
27.
27. Okay. You're invisible. You can disengage from him. He is now looking straight at you as you cut into him.
To disengage. Can I stand here, or is that spot taken?
Mark where?
Oops.
Technically, that is taken by the owlbear. That is Alan right now. Yep. So disengage, move away. Just as a reminder, you can't move directly towards them. Just want to let you know. So you're getting yourself out of harm's way, but if you want to attack him again, you'd have to do it with a bow at disadvantage.
Okay, so if I move here...
You'd have to do it with a bow at disadvantage. You can't move directly towards him when you're
Oh,
afraid.
shit.
So you could stay where you're at, but you might get attacked.
That's fine.
Okay. All right, then that is your turn, Ori. What do you want to do?
Ori will move right here. Can I stand on that? Is that like?
It'd be considered it'd be considered rough terrain, so you just movement would be half if you moved out of it. So instead of moving out of it would be 10 feet, not 5.
Actually, could I still get flank right here?
Technically,
With,
yes. Yeah.
Okay, I'll stand right there then. Right. Then I'll attack with the axe.
Okay.
Unstable ground. So roll to see if it crushed.
Roll to see if you
that's
fall
fair.
and hit your head and die.
That's fair for a 500-pound minotaur, to be honest.
Everybody
32 to hit.
32 to hit? Yeah, obviously hits.
And
I'll see. It's up to you.
Half of that would have hit.
Is it though?
Hey, beep. It's the beepster. Hold on. Getting timing with me. There you go.
If there was just a little bit more whiskey involved with Austin, he may be into it.
42 damage. The 6 of that is radiant.
Okay.
Luckily, I haven't drank tonight.
And extra attack.
Okay. Looking hurt. Until you see, looking unstable is the best way I can describe it.
Uh, 25 to hit.
25 hits.
Sorry, Mousy.
Todd is taking psychic damage in real life.
Yes.
I had a rough day today, so
39 damage. One of that is radiant.
Did you wipe poop off a man's butt today? Because I did.
And then I'll do.
I know you were into that,
Surge
Todd.
and do that again.
I wasn't.
Okay. He's looking very, very, very hurt.
It's a net 20.
I'm just. How do you want to do this?
Yeah, boy.
Can I roll damage?
Yeah, you can roll damage. He has 3 HP
That's
left.
Fun. Okay. I just want to see how much I get here.
Tell him to go back to his home on Horror Island.
So 66 damage. Okay. How does it? I don't know how. I'm running out of ideas.
What if you like take your glaive and your axe and like go up to whatever neck you could find and go?
Can I take the flat end of those weapons and like clamp his head together?
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, sure.
Just like
Yeah.
bonk.
As Ori goes to walk up to this, he's like saying, no, not again, not again, no, please, please, bonk.
Like two frying pans.
Yeah, you watch Ori one hand both the glaive and the axe and just slam his head, smashing it. When you smash his head, you feel the tension in the air release. You watch him crumple to the ground, and his eyes go wide. His body starts to shift and change shape, and he looks at Alara, looks at you, switches into a very half-assed visage of Alara. Looks at you and in a very broken, deep to high voice, he goes, "Oh, Ori, please."
It's really.
I'm
I
gonna.
don't know,
I'm
that's so
gonna
funny.
Lands on the shittiest helium he ever found.
I'm gonna flick him off, flip him off. Oh, fine.
And
Have
then
Beaver start eating him.
he'll look
Or
at.
is this-
Yo, can I go piss on his leg? I'm gonna go over there and pee on his
Go
leg.
piss on him.
Yeah, Alara's gonna walk over and piss on him while he's dying.
Fucking burns.
and
Alright,
you
that was
Have Beaver
very
eat him.
strange.
you,
yeah,
you,
Marines eat him.
you piss on his leg, And he just kind of looks at you, Alara. And then, like, flops out of his Alara form and, like, flops into what looks like a really shitty version of Ori, but much shorter. And, oh, Alara, please, stop it.
I'm gonna look at him after I, air dry myself and say, "Go to hell," and kick him right in his nose.
As you kick him in his nose, he turns to dust.
Beautiful.
Ori now is a very strange image that will be with him for the rest of his life.
Is his
It will
dust
be
like
with
a
all of
magical
us.
item? Is like shapeshifting dust a magical item I can take?
You can attempt to, if you want to. Make a dexterity check. See if you can grab an. And you probably have an empty jar. Just grab an empty jar and try to dust
Just a
something.
regular dexterity check?
Just a regular dexterity check. Yeah. 17. You're able to scoop up what you think is shapeshifter dust. Yeah.
Cool.
You can mark it as jar of shapeshifter dust in quotations.
Ori's gonna snort it.
I'm gonna go sell it in the nearby town. The first town we go to.
Zane, as he disappears, you hear a voice in your head. I will be back.
Good luck.
God damn it.
And he disappears into nothing but sand and dust. Alan drops out of his owlbear form.
No one could
How are we
enjoy
gonna
it.
fuck him?
Yeah, no one was able to enjoy
I
it.
didn't make my romantic check yet.
Roll
None of us did a charisma check.
roll a charisma check, all of you. Fuck it.
Group charisma.
I'm a child.
We add that all up.
Except for Alara. Alara
Yeah,
does.
except for
And
Alara.
Arya.
Nat
Arya's.
20.
Arya. Oh my god.
No, not save.
I'm a child.
I got a 20. 23.
Total of, okay.
But I nat 20'd.
Yeah, well, critical successes aren't a thing here. Only an insta hit.
Hell yeah, I got an 11.
Okay. As Alan switches back into his Furbolg form, he looks at you, Elka. Are you okay? I don't think you're okay. I think everyone needs a little. It's been a long, long day. Let's gather around, kids. And he will use his 9th level spell to cast Mass Cures.
Ori has lost complete romantic interest now that he is not an owlbear.
I'm gonna roll for a Flacidity check.
Oh my god. Alright,
Flacidity?
everybody heals 38 points.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that maxes me out again.
Well, I think, whatever, that fella really likes you, Zane.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Zane's got his very own stalker.
You
have a fan
I. Can you do that
Call him Zaddy.
bad thing again? Cause
Oh, you mean this,
Oh.
and he'll change back into owlbear form?
Can we start?
Ori,
Can we start
Where's
calling
Ori?
the shapeshifting guy Stan?
And then he'll go from owlbear to back to Furbolg. Is that what you meant?
is that? Yes, I think so.
That's puppy.
Ori, do you want me to ask him to do it again?
Ori's heart flutters. Yes.
Alan, can you do it just a couple more times? It just amazes me.
I suppose so. And he will spend 5 minutes switching back and forth between owlbear, grizzly bear, black bear.
Or gets
Polar
on
bear?
one knee instinctively.
Does Ori need to do a
Just
sexuality
ring
check?
there.
Or make a Constitution saving throw. I'm being serious.
21.
21. You keep your facilities intact. We'll call it. As you.
This isn't canon, by the way. This is a bit. Or is that
It's
actually-
non-canon.
I made you roll.
while
I made you roll a save. I made you roll a
I'll
check.
take the save. I'll take the
Say it
save,
now.
but
This is a
this is a bit.
no. I made you roll a save. This is canon.
While he's
confused.
doing
I'm
that,
not in this episode.
I'm gonna walk over and grab the frog off of her head, and I'm gonna go set it on top of Ori's head.
It just nestles right into Ori's head.
Go pee, my little man. Pee.
It just looks at you.
Or pees on Thaddeus.
Ribbit.
Since that's like the topic, I guess, of this.
Today's episode is urination.
Ori, you hear a very gentle noise, or a very gentle voice in your head that says, "That guy's an asshole."
He grows on you.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah, it takes a few months.
And he'll like Froggy will jump down off of your head down to your nose and look you in the eyes. Does it hurt me or something?
Well, I'm sorry, what was that?
Does it hurt me or something?
I can ask.
No, it's fine. Can you put me
Okay.
down?
Yes. He will very gently. He'll just raise his hand up, palm up, from the jump on, and he'll sit him down.
Thank you. And he'll hop over to Alera's head and nestle up on Alera's hair. All of you just see Ori quietly talking to a frog.
I would die for that frog.
It's actually Thrip. Nobody knows it yet.
Beep's just not gonna go. He's not gonna care, and he's just gonna go to bed.
Thurpin actually goes
Beep
to
is
explode and
done.
turn into an actual frog.
I would assume all of you are just going to bed.
Yeah, Beep is done with the charades and the theatrics. He's just gonna go to bed. He no longer cares.
Time.
All of
I
you
forgot.
do. Alan will look at all of you. I'll just stay up and watch. I'll just sleep on the back of the Dune Bounder tomorrow. Go to
So,
sleep.
given that this is not technically our map tile, do we have tents here as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you not see the tiny tents that I?
Yeah, no, but I'm saying you reused this tile.
Yeah. It's just a camp map. I had another map that I made, but also I completely didn't. Apparently didn't upload it to Roll20, so whatever.
Good work, Zach. That's our dungeon daddy.
What I do. Okay. Well, all of you do eventually find rest. You do find a long rest. However, I'm gonna need all of you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Jesus Christ.
It's just not a good day for you there, buddy.
I guess. My attacks have been good. My damage has been good, but everything else is.
Ori, your point of exhaustion does go away as you sleep. Just so you're aware.
A lot of con saves today.
Yeah, you're in a desert.
It's fucking hot out, dude.
We were good. Alan is good, shockingly. It's a disadvantage. Okay. Everybody but Thaddeus and Alera are good. However, Thaddeus, Alera, you do take a point of exhaustion. For the very long day that you just had, overexerting yourself. Alera, Thaddeus, it's because you've been drinking poison for about a week. Let's be real. Alera, it's because your body's tiny and it just can't handle the stress of multiple battles in a day.
Doesn't have enough cheese.
Yeah. But you do all wake up, you do get a long rest, and you hop on your Dune Bounders with the idea of making your way to Rann. You spend all day traveling. The sun is high in the sky. The sky is clear. The wind isn't that heavy today, as it has been the last few days. So travel does seem a bit easier. You stop to camp on your second night. I'm just going to need, just for the sake of potential encounter that would go into next session, if this is the case, I'm going to need, let's go with Zane and Beep. roll a survival check.
Man, you picked the wrong guy to do that.
Yeah. Oh, mine wasn't bad. It was 13.
Oh.
Okay.
Mine was
You're
12.
dead.
Okay, good night, Lexi.
See you, Lex.
Sorry, what was yours, Measure?
13?
13. You're able to find a small rock. Not that big enough to just barely hold all of you. It's cramped. Just barely enough room to get a tent up. You're going to end up having to sleep.
Can I not use Leoman's tiny hut?
You could. All of you would have to
Okay,
sleep.
I'll do that.
All of you would have to sleep within the dome. Or if some of you wanted to sleep out of the dome. Alan
There we
will
go.
choose to sleep out of the dome. How big is the dome? Is 20 feet or 30 feet?
10-foot radius,
10
so
foot,
20 feet.
All of you will have to pile in and sleep next to each other. But I'd say this rock that you found to put camp up is either good for a single tent or just the hut.
Well, we'd all fit in the hut.
You don't fit in the hut. Barely. It'd be snug.
Ori would barely fit in that.
It's
We can all snuggle up to Ori.
it's all very snug.
Dogpile on Ori.
But yeah, you all watch Beat pull out his kazoo and blow just a nice little melodical tune, and you watch this. Yes, that. What color dome is it? Do you want it transparent? Do you want it to blend in with the sand? Do you want it
We'll
to...
make it like a tannish brown to blend in.
You see a tannish sphere dome pop up that is fairly large. You gauge that all of you could fit in it. But if you want to sleep in there, Alan is going to kind of like look at all of you. I'm going to bed, and he's just gonna like walk into the hut and flop with his pack behind him.
Or he will sleep standing up. That's how we'll solve this.
Sleep standing up.
Okay.
His horns are like poking out of the tent or the hut.
Well, the hut is 20 feet tall.
Oh, I know. I'm just imagining it as a funny thing.
So yeah, it's a fairly large structure. It's snug.
There's
But
enough bunk beds.
so all of you do eventually sleep. You get another long rest, although it doesn't really matter other than for hit die purposes. Nothing goes on in the night. You're in the hut, so anything that does attempt to attack you can't attack you. Nothing could get in that Beep doesn't want getting into that hut. So after a night's rest, all of you hop on your dune bounders, which I guess we will roll to see if they ran off during the night. They don't.
I'm gonna tie those things down. So.
Yeah.
Why'd they run? We got their food.
I'm gonna tie a cinder block to their ankles.
It's a really low DC. If I roll below a 5 on the D20, then they run away. So, just there's a chance. After a long day's journey, about an 8-hour journey, 7-8 hour journey, you do find yourself finally arriving at the hidden city of Rann. As you approach, you see nothing. You know that this is the general location. The Gith that you spoke to said that this is where it was. And as you get closer, say make an Arcana check.
20.
20. You peer through the veil and you see a dome, much like Liamon's tiny hut, but on a much larger scale of a illusion, miraged illusion. And as you peer through and pass through, it's almost as if, for everybody else, it's almost as if you're just passing through a curtain, and all of a sudden, a city emerges. coming from the south. In front of you are clay-built huts, sandstone streets, people of all races, trading, conversing, just living their daily lives. I suppose we should probably throw up. As you stumble in, the first thing you notice is a ziggurat, a massive pyramid-like four-sided structure that greets you as soon as you enter. The map scale is a little off, obviously, but this temple is hundreds of feet tall. You see people coming in and out of it, and as you look closer, those people are a group of people that most of you haven't seen before. I'm gonna say we'll go with, who would know these? Zane and Elka and Thaddeus. Roll a nature check.
Another whopping big ass roll.
It's not terrible. 13.
13. Elka and Zane. It's not very hard. DC.
Yay.
Thaddeus, you have no fucking clue what these little creatures are. But Zane, Elka, what you see walking around are grung. Little frog-like humanoids waltzing around and walking in and out of the ziggurat. Some of them adorned in really long, reddish looking robes. I say long. It's really, they're probably no taller than 3 feet tall. And they're like these amphibious looking frog-like humanoids. And as you start to look around, you start to notice a pattern in this city. You start to notice that there's quite a few grung around here. And it kind of shocks you because your knowledge of grung is that they're amphibious creatures and they stick to water sources in swampy areas most of the time. But to see them in the desert seems strange. You do notice a few grung walking by, one of them wearing this giant cylindrical wizard hat. As they wander off, heading south into the desert. You notice a few sporadic tiefling conversing with the grung. You notice a few Gith that are sprinkled throughout the city. A few humans here and there, a few elves here and there. Another creature that you notice that there is a large group of are Goliaths, half giants. They're by all means a minority compared to the grung, but you have noticed quite a few large human-looking people walking through. You also do notice what look to be really large humans. They're abnormally large. Beat, make a religion check. $18. You would know these people after many years of what Beat does, without trying to be vague. You would recognize these people as Aasimar, descendants of gods and goddesses, mingling within the general populace of this city. The other
Beep's gonna look very disdainful. He does not like Aasimar.
You would also notice that there's a fair amount of Dragonborn in this city. Not quite on the same level as the Goliaths or the Aasimar, but they're present. And as you start to walk through the city and take in the views of this desert oasis city of Rann, let's roll into next session. And we will pick it up next week. Hopefully nothing stupid happens. There's a slight chance that I'll be gone. Family stuff.
What?
Slight chance. I may be able to completely dip and not deal with it. But chances are we'll have a session. I'll let you guys know. So.
We can have a filler episode.
Killer episode. Very good.
But.
Very nice.
We could have a filler episode. Someone will take Zach's Twitch channel over for the week.
Hey, if one of you want to DM like a one shot, I'm all for it.
Well, right now.
I mean, we're
We
already
just
playing a
tried-
one shot. It's called Baldur's Gate 3.
Well, yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, baby. But yeah, no, thank you for playing. I'll be right back. Alrighty, everybody. Hold on, let me get rid of the ambient sound in the background. So Elk got to insta hit it with that nat 20 charisma. Yeah, normally I'd be okay with it, but not with him. Anyways, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate all of you. We'll be back live tomorrow with our Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough with Mousy, Magic, and King. So look forward to that. This episode will be out tomorrow, Monday, as well. And I plan to start posting Baldur's Gate 3 full episodes on YouTube. I think Tuesday is the plan. I haven't been able to edit them for whatever. I've been busy. But yeah, thank you for watching, Corgan, as always. Thank you for hanging out, bud. And I will catch you guys tomorrow with some Baldur's Gate. But for everybody following along for the Tales of Ammriel, I'll catch you guys next Sunday live here on Twitch. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.